Good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most influential technology companies in the world, Microsoft. We'll journey through its storied history from its humble beginnings to its current status as a global powerhouse. We will then dissect its intricate business model, analyze its competitive standing in a fast-evolving market, review its recent financial performance, and finally, look ahead at the critical challenges that will shape its future. Let's begin.
Our story starts here, tracing Microsoft's incredible journey from a garage in Albuquerque to a global technology giant that impacts billions of lives daily.
In 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen founded Microsoft, with their first product being a basic interpreter for the Altair 8800. The company's trajectory changed forever in 1980 when they struck a pivotal deal with IBM to develop an operating system which became MS-DOS. This era also saw Paul Allen resign from his daily role in 1983 following a health diagnosis. The same year, the company introduced the first version of Microsoft Word.
The next decade was defined by the rise of Windows. In 1985, Microsoft launched Windows 1.0, a graphical user interface for MS-DOS, though its initial reception was lukewarm. A year later, the company went public, raising $61 million. The true breakthrough came in 1990 with Windows 3.0, a massive commercial success that sold over 10 million copies and established Windows as the dominant PC platform. By 1993, Microsoft expanded its reach into the corporate world with the release of Windows NT for business and server markets.
The late 90s saw Microsoft solidify its dominance. The 1995 launch of Windows 95 was a cultural phenomenon, integrating MS-DOS and Windows, introducing the Start menu, and crucially bringing the Internet to the masses with Internet Explorer. This move led to a 1998 antitrust lawsuit from the U.S. Department of Justice. The era closed with a leadership transition in 2000 as Bill Gates stepped down as CEO to become chief software architect, replaced by Steve Ballmer, and the landmark release of Windows XP in 2001, one of the best-selling operating systems ever.
Entering the new millennium, Microsoft began to diversify beyond the desktop. In 2001, it entered the gaming console market with the first Xbox. 2002 saw the launch of the .NET framework for developers. This period also had its challenges, with Windows Vista in 2007 being criticized for performance issues, which were largely fixed by the successful release of Windows 7 in 2009, the same year the Bing search engine was launched. In 2012, Microsoft made a significant push into hardware with its first-ever PC, the Surface tablet, alongside the touch-focused Windows 8. 2014 marked the beginning of a new era with Satya Nadella taking over as CEO. He immediately shifted the company's focus to a mobile-first, cloud-first strategy. Windows 10 was released in 2015 to unify the user experience across devices. This period was characterized by major acquisitions like LinkedIn for $26.2 billion in 2016 and the monumental $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard completed in 2023. The explosive growth of its cloud platform, Azure, has been central to this new identity, alongside a heavy integration of AI through its partnership with OpenAI, powering services like Microsoft Copilot and Bing Chat. Now that we've covered the history, let's break down the engine that drives the company today, its business model. Microsoft's success is built on a vast network of key partners. This includes original equipment manufacturers like Dell and HP who pre-install Windows, software vendors, a global community of developers, cloud hosting partners, and academic institutions. The company's key activities are centered on innovation and scale, from software development and R&D to cloud infrastructure management and strategic mergers. These activities are supported by invaluable resources, including its global brand, extensive intellectual property,
a massive data center infrastructure, and a world-class skilled workforce. Microsoft's value proposition is tailored to different segments. For businesses, it offers productivity and collaboration through Office 365 and Teams, and scalable cloud computing with Azure. For consumers, it provides a seamless operating system in Windows, gaming with Xbox, and productivity tools. For developers, it offers powerful tools like Visual Studio and an open platform with GitHub and Azure APIs.
Microsoft manages customer relationships through a direct sales force for large enterprises, self-service portals like its online store and Azure portal, and extensive community networks. It reaches these customers through multiple channels, including OEMs, direct online sales, and a massive network of cloud solution providers and licensing partners. This strategy allows Microsoft to serve a broad range of customer segments, from large corporations and SMBs to individual consumers, gamers, and students. Its cost structure is heavily weighted towards research and development, and the cost of revenue, which includes running its massive data centers, reflecting its focus on innovation and cloud services.
These activities generate revenue across three main segments: intelligent cloud, which includes Azure and server products; productivity and business processes, featuring Office, LinkedIn, and Dynamics 365; and more personal computing, which covers Windows, Surface devices, gaming, and search advertising.
No company of this scale operates in a vacuum. Let's now turn our attention to the intense competitive landscape Microsoft navigates every day.
The future of enterprise IT is in the cloud. Here, Microsoft's Azure is a strong number 2, but it operates in a highly competitive market. As the chart shows, Amazon Web Services maintains a commanding lead, but Azure's consistent growth makes it the primary challenger, well ahead of Google Cloud and other providers.
In productivity, Microsoft 365's traditional stronghold faces intensified competition from Google Workspace. However, Microsoft's deep enterprise integration gives it a significant advantage. In specialized business applications, its Dynamics 365 suite competes against dominant players like Salesforce in CRM and SAP and Oracle in the ERP space.
In the consumer space, Microsoft engages in multi-front competition. In gaming, the Xbox competes fiercely with Sony's PlayStation and Nintendo's unique franchises. In operating systems, Windows faces Apple's integrated macOS/iOS ecosystem. And in hardware, Surface devices compete directly with Apple's premium products, as well as a vast market of Windows PCs from other manufacturers.
In the search market, which is almost entirely controlled by Google, Microsoft's Bing competes for a small but significant slice, leveraging AI integration as a key differentiator. In professional networking, however, Microsoft is the undisputed leader through its acquisition of LinkedIn, which operates on an unmatched scale.
The key takeaway from this analysis is Microsoft's ecosystem advantage. Its greatest strength is its deeply integrated ecosystem of software, services, and hardware. While not the market leader in every single category, its position as a strong number 2 or 3 across a wide technological front makes it an incredibly formidable and resilient competitor. This competitive strength is clearly reflected in its financial performance. Let's look at the highlights from the fiscal year that ended June 30th, 2025. Microsoft concluded the fiscal year with remarkable growth. Total revenue hit $281.7 billion, up 15% year over year. Operating income grew by 17% to $128.5 billion, and net income saw a 16% increase to $101.8 billion, resulting in a diluted EPS of $13.64. What's more, the fourth quarter demonstrated a significant acceleration in growth. As this chart illustrates, the year-over-year growth rates for revenue, operating income, and net income in Q4
were all higher than the full-year average, highlighting the powerful momentum Microsoft carried into the end of its fiscal year.
The primary driver of this success continues to be the Intelligent Cloud segment. In Q4, Microsoft Cloud revenue reached $46.7 billion, a 27% year-over-year increase, with Azure and other cloud services growing by an impressive 39%. As the donut chart shows, Microsoft Cloud revenue now accounts for over 60% of the company's total revenue, cementing its position as the core growth engine.
While the cloud leads, other segments also posted strong results. The more personal computing segment, for example, contributed a solid $13.5 billion in revenue in the fourth quarter. This broad-based strength enabled the company to return $9.4 billion to shareholders through dividends and share repurchases in Q4 alone.
Despite this monumental success, the path forward is not without its challenges. Let's conclude by examining the 5 critical challenges shaping Microsoft's future.
First is the AI arms race. Microsoft's investment in OpenAI provides a significant edge, but the generative AI landscape is fiercely competitive, especially against rivals like Google. The challenge lies in maintaining technological superiority, achieving profitable monetization, and navigating the complex ethical questions that come with it.
Second, as a dominant force, Microsoft faces relentless regulatory scrutiny worldwide. This includes probes into its cloud and software practices, legal battles over high-profile acquisitions like Activision Blizzard, and the constant need to comply with global data privacy laws like GDPR.
Third, the cloud war is far from over. While Azure is a resounding success, the main challenge is to continue capturing market share from the leader, AWS, while fending off an aggressive Google Cloud platform, all while trying to maintain healthy profit margins in a price-sensitive industry.
Fourth, Microsoft must justify its massive $69 billion bet on Activision Blizzard. The primary challenge is not just integrating this huge new entity, but leveraging its portfolio to win the fierce console war against Sony and Nintendo, with the ultimate goal of making Xbox Game Pass an indispensable subscription for gamers. Finally, with products like Windows and Azure forming the backbone of global digital infrastructure, Microsoft is a top target for cyber attacks. The perpetual challenge is defending a massive attack surface from sophisticated threats, including state-sponsored actors, while maintaining the absolute trust of billions of users.
In conclusion, we've seen Microsoft's incredible evolution from a PC software pioneer to a dominant force in the cloud and AI era. Its integrated ecosystem, strong enterprise presence, and stellar financial performance paint a picture of a resilient and powerful company. However, it must carefully navigate the significant challenges of the AI arms race, intense regulatory scrutiny, and relentless competition on all fronts. How Microsoft confronts these issues will ultimately define its next chapter. Thank you.